Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for December the 29th, 2011. These will of course be the final positions for the 2011 calendar year, so let's have a look and see what we have. Now our first trade for tonight is going to be in the US Canadian pair. We can see that I have a makeshift trend line drawn in here, top and bottom, that I discussed this week in the Forex Weekly Outlook, which an area that I pre-identified that I suggested would likely hold down around the 101.30 area. You can see that we've come down right into this area, and the short-term crossover from Vantage Point being a leading indicator here that we were losing our downward momentum. Along with the predicted short-term difference, we can see that it was breaking higher yesterday. So looking at this, it's a warning sign that this support along this trend line is likely to hold. Now our predicted MACD and predicted TSI, our predicted MACD is staying above the zero line, everything looking good there. Predicted TSI flattening out right along the zero line, losing its downward momentum. So from here, what we want to do is look for an entry point for tomorrow. Now our medium and long-term indicators from Vantage Point are still warning us that we may have some downside potential. Now when we look at our medium-term crossover and our medium and our long-term crossover, still pointing down, but our trigger is starting to turn back to the upside. That's a good sign in conjunction with this trend line that we should be able to target back towards the 104.50 area. Now for tomorrow, we're looking for a very minor pullback using the daily report from Vantage Point. We can see for tomorrow we have 101.98 and 103.11. 101.98, so essentially the 102, 102.05 area. We're going to be using that as an entry point, targeting the initial target towards the 103 level. And your medium and longer term traders, as long as our equities remain on the weak side, then we should target the upper 104 range, potentially even higher. So again, we're looking for about a 100 pip move here, and again, definitely we want our stop below the 101 area. We do not want to get caught up in this intraday volatility. Make sure we stay out of that broker radar. And again, we're going to be targeting the 103 area on an intraday basis. Now, that's our first position for tomorrow. Now our second trade is going to be in the ProShares Ultra Short Oil and Gas DUG, a volatile trade. We were trading it last week. We've pushed even lower here. We've got conflicts in Iran, but the reality is light sweet crude oil is going to follow global growth. It's going to follow equities, and most of what we have is pointing lower in both the equity market and more importantly in the global scheme of the growth. So looking at this, we've got another opportunity. Our predicted stochastic is bottomed out in oversold territory. We're looking for a bounce and a reversal here. Now again, breaking this down by the crossovers, we can see that our short-term crossover is crossing back to the upside. We're going to use this as a potential to get back into these long trades. I'm in this trade long myself. I'm going to stay in this. I think we've got room for a considerable move to the upside on shorting light sweet crude oil. Now again, the fact that Goldman Sachs has made a recommendation to buy crude oil, that's enough for me to go the other way. So let's have a look at this and go into the daily report. We can see here that for tomorrow we have 25.89 and 27.71 for the predicted high. We've had a neural index down for 5 consecutive days in a row. That tells me we're getting ready for a potential turn here. There's a very high correlation to the S&P 500. We're looking for the S&P 500 to hold below the 1270, 1275 area to get this particular long trade, which is a short in crude oil, to get it going. So again, we're looking for tomorrow. We're going to target this area of 25.89. We've closed the day out at 26.14, so a very minor pullback is all we're looking for. And from here, we're gonna buy this ultra short ETF and expect crude oil to further soften. Now, again, we're gonna have a very choppy, volatile finish to 2011, and this trade is very highly correlated to the US CAD trade too. So you would certainly not want to take both of these at the same time. So with that said, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.